The next item here is the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty.
I think it's pretty clear now that the Trump administration will have significant impacts on global progress on climate change. This will happen in many different ways and perhaps will be more significant than the first Trump administration. More significant because in that time frame, the US was only out of the Paris Agreement for around 4 months because of the way the Paris Agreement worked. This time around, it's going to be at least 3 years and 1 month. So there's a lot more time to have impact on those international negotiations. Secondly, the US is the second biggest emitter of greenhouse gases globally. And so if it accelerates the use of fossil fuel, takes its foot off the brake on the use of fossil fuel, it means that that big emitter is going to be bigger than it would otherwise have been. So reversing or slowing down that trend to reducing emissions that the US has had over the last decade or more. It's also going to send a green light to countries and others who are wavering about climate action, thinking maybe it's too expensive or too difficult, and so they'd prefer not do it. And this clearly sends a green light to those people and those countries. It also is going to impact on investment. So the previous Biden administration's massive investment in terms of green technology has the potential to be pulled back. And that's investment in green tech that could go globally to reduce those greenhouse gas emissions, but still provide the services that we want. And lastly, of course, there's a science underpinning that is under threat right now. Threats to NOAA, to their weather service, to NASA and other science institutions could significantly reduce the global capability to deal with climate change. And this is happening at the same time as the footprint of climate change on the US is increasing year by year. The number of more than $1 billion damage events happening in the US alone, last year it was 27. So it's happening almost every fortnight. There's $1 billion, often weather-related damage event happening in the US. That has a huge impact on the people, on the economy, and on the politics of the place. We need science as a one way of dealing with those events, getting good weather forecasts, being prepared more effectively. And it doesn't seem like very sensible activity to be reducing that capability at the same time that we need more of it.